Here are 4 reasons why now is different than the housing market was in 07 and 08. Reason number 1, tighter restrictions on obtaining a mortgage. Now, we know that there are more regulations than there were in 07, 08, but also most economists are forecasting we're going into a recession. If that's true, then lenders are going to tell their underwriters to make sure they cross their T's and dot their I's, and they're going to be way more cautious than they would be at underwriting loans than they would be otherwise. And we're just not seeing as many shenanigans as we saw in 07 and 08. Which brings me to reason number 2. There's less inventory of available homes. Now, I've talked about this in previous videos, but the idea behind it is this. If most sellers are buyers, which they are, and if most would-be sellers have a mortgage rate of, let's say, 4% or 3% mortgage, then you're not going to sell your house at 3% to buy a house at 8%. So you're seeing inventory kept artificially low, which is keeping prices artificially high. Now, here in the Portland, Oregon area, where prices are somewhat stable, we're off our peak than we were from late last summer, but I think that prices are kept high because of the lack of inventory. And reason number 3, job growth is still healthy. Now, I find this particularly interesting because the Federal Reserve Chair, Jerome Powell, has himself been perplexed at why this is. So he said, I've raised rates the most in history, or at least the most aggressive in history, and the shortest amount of time in history, and unemployment has not gone up. Regardless of the reason why, job growth is still healthy, unemployment is low, which brings me to reason number 4, which is mortgage delinquencies are still at an all-time low. Now, did you know that among homeowners, 39% of homeowners own their house free and clear? That is to say, they have no debt on their house. And 29% of homeowners have 50% or more of equity on their house, which leaves only 32% of homeowners have less than 50% of equity in their house. And if that's true and unemployment is low, then we're not going to see delinquencies rise. And I track this data. I look at the sheriff's auction in the 3 major counties in my area, and we just haven't seen delinquencies grow. So I hope this information provides value to you. And if it did, remember, I'm never too busy for your Portland, Oregon referrals. Take care.